Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Nikki, but I go by the name Foppaholic on social media. A lot of people don't know what that means. It actually stands for somebody that's obsessed with food, but also shopping, as in a shopaholic, but a foppaholic because they love food too. So originally I started out just mainly posted about weight loss and food and things like that, Slimming World, and now I post about loads of different things. So I post about beauty, obviously IVF, my twins, being a parent, fashion, etc, etc. This top, if anybody's interested, I'll stand up and show it to you. This was in my recent shopping haul and I love it. It's got like this really cute little bow on the back and then more lacing. So yeah, this is already linked on my 21 Buttons account, and I'll relink it below if you're interested. And by the way, I play with my hair a lot. I know that's really annoying, but I do. So the video is mum tag questions, so opening up about being a parent. The beautiful Emily Norris started this off and came up with a list of 15 questions, and then I was tagged in it by the gorgeous Lucy Jessica Carter. So both of them are YouTubers and they're on Instagram, etc. Follow both of them, love them both, and I am now going to be taking part in it myself, and I have to have a think actually who I'm going to tag. I will come back to you on that one. So I haven't really read the questions thoroughly, so I'm just going to literally go with my instinct and my first answer that comes into my head. So number one, favourite mum hack. I would say it's just about being organised. So what I do, downstairs I've got like an ottoman and I've got some cupboards underneath the TV, and I basically have whatever I've got upstairs in the changing room downstairs as well, because with twins you can't just keep running up down to get nappies, to get wipes, to get spare clothes, to get cotton wool, all those sorts of things. So all of those things I've got downstairs and that helps massively. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favourite mum hacks. Most embarrassing mum moment, that'll probably be at the swimming pool. So it's always a bit of a rush, and I don't know if you take your baby swimming, but I find it quite stressful. So you get in, you've got to put your swimming costume on, you've got to get them changed, you've got to put the swimming nappies on, you've got to put the trunks on, you've got to make sure they're not crying because they're cold, and then when you get out it's quite stressful because you're like dripping wet, you're freezing. Obviously your priority is them, so you get them dry and dressed first, and it's just all a bit of a rush. So what I did was I put Grayson in a normal nappy, then a swimming nappy, and then his trunks. So we got in the pool and obviously the nappy soaked up all the water. I didn't even know what I'd done. He was obviously not happy in the pool. Chris took him out and he went, "Nick, you left his nappy on." It was literally massive. I was like, oh, sugar. So yeah, that's pretty embarrassing, poor little thing. What part of the day do you love the most? Oh, can I have two? I love two parts of the day the most. I love walking in the morning into the nursery and seeing their little faces when they see me. They literally just like light up and smile, and it's just the cutest thing ever. But I also love, this is going to sound a bit weird, I love it when I win them. Let me explain why. So when I'm on my own, I feed them in bouncers like this, and I then take one out and then the other one out, and while I'm holding one and winding him, he's looking at his brother and they start smiling at each other and engaging, and it's just so cute. And I actually really enjoy feeding them on my own. It's like our little special time together. What part of the day do you like the least? I don't really like any part of the day the least, but it bothers me obviously when they cry. Lawson will go straight to sleep. Lawson's like that, out like a light. Grayson can take a little bit longer, and I don't like that whole like waiting for them to go to sleep. If you watch our twin routine video, we've done different techniques to help them sleep, and it is a million times better. But sometimes Grayson just takes just that little bit longer to settle, and I don't like that. I find it hard to hear him cry. The worst thing someone said to you when you were pregnant? Oh, I had quite a few. Yeah, just like, oh my god, you're huge. Someone at the gym was like, how are you even still working out? Like, are there 3 babies in there? I was like, no, there's 2. I had, what else did I have? I had the word fat used once as well, which wasn't very nice, because you're not fat, you're pregnant. Idiots. So yeah, don't say things like that to women. It's not good, not good. So baby name you didn't agree on. There's probably quite a few. I like quite unique different names. Chris, not so much. So I came up with all sorts of names like Ryder, Axel, Jax. I love all of those names. He liked Jackson, but he wasn't very keen on Jax. He did not like Axel, sorry if your baby's called Axel. And he did not like Ryder, but he only did like Ryder was because the surname's Ryan, so Ryder Ryan sounds a bit like a porn star. So there was quite a few names that we didn't agree on. Girls' names, I don't think we had any really that we didn't agree on. So yeah, you can watch my baby name video if you want. I'll put that down below. I did boys' names and a girls' names one. Do you co-sleep? No. So when they were first born, occasionally if they were unsettled in the next to me crib, then we'd put them in bed like just on our chest for a bit, but we don't co-sleep. They went into their own room at about 5 months. We were going to wait till 6 months, but with 2 in one crib they kept waking each other up and it was just a nightmare, so they went in their own room and they're really happy in there. Something you bought but never used. I think you can buy a lot of stuff for babies and it's not essential. It really isn't essential, but when you're a new parent you're going to do it. You're going to want to buy things. Definitely one of the things that I have never used is the Angel Care movement mats. So we've got the monitor, it's amazing, but then we also bought the sensor mats as well that go in the car that go off if they don't move for a certain period of time. I didn't end up using them. I don't really know why I didn't end up using them. I think it was just more because we just didn't bother putting them in. Chris wasn't very keen on the idea. He was a bit worried it'd be quite nerve-wracking having them in. Some people use them for reassurance. Other people find that that actually then has the opposite effect. So we didn't use those. 3 hospital bag must-haves. Massive pants. You're going to need some massive pants. I went in for an emergency C-section, so I didn't realise I would actually be staying in when I went in. I was scheduled on the Wednesday and I went in on the Monday and they kept me in. So I had like a stretchy, like quite tight dress on. After you give birth or after you have a C-section, you don't want to be wearing anything like that. So big pants and then like a really nice kimono if it's hot, or a dressing gown otherwise. Or if not, then some sort of nice shirt with buttons. You don't want to be wearing like pyjamas or anything that's going to go over your tummy or your scar. And then food. Obviously, sometimes hospital food is good, sometimes it's crap, so yeah, take some snacks, take food. Are you a routine mum or a go with the flow, and what does bedtime look like? So I started off being a wing it mum, and then I decided I needed some sort of routine, especially with 2. So I did a whole video on our routine. We use the easy routine, so it's fantastic. It works. So go and check it out if you haven't seen it. But I also have to go with the flow when I go out to meet my other friends, or I tend to baby groups and things like that. Then yeah, we do go with the flow. Sometimes it bites you in the arse because then they're out of their routine and they don't like it, and they let you know that they don't like it. So bedtime, bath, massage, spoil, bath, massage, book, and then bed. Always with white noise. So that's what bedtime looks like. What type of labour did you have and what pain relief did you choose? So I did a whole labour story video where I had to have an emergency C-section, and obviously then I had the epidural into my spine, and it was the best thing ever. I changed into probably the devil, into this nice sweet girl again. Have you ever been mum shamed? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Not to my face. And not by anybody with a profile, you know, picture or anything, but I have definitely been by people that follow me on social media, don't know me, and feel that it is appropriate to say mean things about new mums. But anyway, we won't dwell on that because we ignore people like that. So the biggest challenges you faced since becoming a mum? Probably lack of sleep. I'm all right with it. Like, I was surprised by how all right with it I was. I tended to wake up early anyway. I don't like need sleep, you know, like some people, like obviously everyone needs sleep, but you know, some people have to have like solid 8 hours a day or and all that. I was never like that. So but 6 months in, it is, you know, they're doing well. They sleep most of the time through the night, but sometimes they don't, and obviously you do get tired, so that's probably one of the biggest challenges. And also it was just juggling everything, and obviously recently I stepped down from my management role, so yeah, those 2 are probably the biggest challenges that I've faced. The best bit of advice you've ever been given, the biggest piece of advice you would give. So best piece of advice I've ever been given is just enjoy it. like enjoy it. Obviously not going to enjoy the bits where they're like crying and it's like 4 in the morning and you've had no sleep and stuff like that, but to be honest, I kind of still did. Like, I didn't mind waking up because it meant that I got to see them again, and that might sound so cheesy, but honestly I mean it. So yeah, as much as you can, just enjoy it. In terms of the best piece of advice that I would give a new mum is probably just trust your gut. So you can send yourself mental, like looking at different things on the internet. So say there's an issue and you think, oh, what should I be doing? And you just research and research and research. You know your baby better than anyone, okay? And as long as it's within the realm of safety and all of that, then just go with your gut instinct. So you know your baby. If you think something's wrong, go get it checked out. If you think they're fine, then cool. You know, if you know that they're ready to go in their cot, put them in their cot. Like, if you know that they're ready to start weaning them. Like, trust your gut, and just, you're their mum, okay? You're the mum, you're the one that's carried them, you're the one that's been looking after them since they were born. Like, do you, and try not to compare yourself to other people. Who's your mum crush? And then who do I tag? So I've got a few mum crushes. Emily and Lucy are definitely some of my mum crushes. And I'm just thinking, who else? It's actually quite funny because Lucy and I are really similar in the things that we like. I love Vogue Williams, absolutely love her, I'm obsessed with her. And Lucy named her, and she's definitely one of my mum crushes. I watched her programme recently, but definitely Billy Fairs. Like, I just think she's one of the most stunning girls I've ever seen in my life, and I think she's a really good mum, and her sister is as well, Sam. So I think they're really lovely. Who else is one of my mum crushes? I just think like any mum, like honestly, like anybody that you see enjoying being with their children is just so special. Like, any mum really is my mum crush. And I'm gonna tag my gorgeous twin mum friend, and she's also got another daughter called Chantal, so I'm gonna tag her, and if I think of anybody else, then I'll tag them as well. But yeah, Chantal, your turn next, darling. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for the tag, Lucy, and I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, have a good day.